there. Jesus. Freaking YouTube interface is questionable at best. How are we looking back here? Looking okay. People will show up here in a second. Sorry about the false start there. The YouTube interface is garbage. Let me make sure there's nothing on the track over here. No, nothing on the track. Hey, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Yes, yes. Here we are. Here we actually are, despite the false nonsense start. Why does that look a little... Yeah, it's this stupid, you push go live, and then it actually doesn't go live. It's annoying. It is annoying. Sorry, peoples. Sorry, peoples. Yes, there we go. Back to it, everybody. Back to it, everybody. Let's move this guy back a little bit, shall we? See if we can move this thing back safely without things cascading upon us. Better. So you can actually see the... No panic. Don't panic. There's no panic. Can you guys hear me okay? I see the light on YouTube. It looks like you should be able to hear me okay. Panic is over. No panic, please. You can run me. You can't hide. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I can't do either very well. Hello, old school. Cheers. Hello, Michael. Cheers. AG. There we go. All right, folks. You came back, thankfully. I appreciate it. Back in the other room. Let's just delete this. So annoying. So annoying. Anyway, they'll catch up. They will catch up. Hello, Kevin. So, Sean, when you push the go live button, it glitched and didn't go live. And then if it doesn't go live, and then the screen comes back up where you've set where I set the microphone to the external mic and then the camera not to on the laptop camera, it resets everything. So I have to go back in and reset everything. It's annoying as hell. Cost me 5 yards. Exactly. Yeah. 5 yards for a false, definitely a false start. Right, let's get that away from, let's get this. I'm sure that'll brush up against it and make odd mic sounds. It's a miracle. Nope. There we go. Multiverse. Oh boy. Oh, the multiverse. Okay. So it's been a little while. Been what, 2 weeks? Yeah. Okay. So start off with hello, Coffin Seller. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate you taking your time to out of your Sunday afternoon to come by and hang out. It means quite a bit. It really does. I'm not just saying that because you all have better things to do than to listen to little old man talk about toy cars. These are shoe boxes. I think they call them shoe boxes. I got these at Dollar Store, Dollar Tree. Hello, Coffin Seller. No, other oh boy. So these were what were they? $8. Yes, $8. Big Lots. That's where I got these. These are the boxes that I use to keep slot cars in, and for $8, you really cannot go wrong. Big Lots. With these size boxes, they're 6-quart boxes. Like I said, $8. There's 6 of them, and you can get at least a dozen cars in here, if not more. And it's a nice, easy way to keep everything nice and clean. I highly recommend these because I tend not to keep cars in the clear cases. Cars that I've run. If I start running a car, usually I take it off of the base and I'll throw the case away, frankly, a lot of the time. And I like this is what I like. Anyway, there you go. So $8. You too can have. We'll put that right on top of the heater that's not on, shall we? Because why not? Okay. So we're gonna have a what's in the box, but it's a little different take this time on what's in the box. It's an unopened box. I just got this. Hey, Steve, thanks for showing up. I just got this box from LEB. I have a feeling I know what's inside. Not 100%, but well, I am 100%. Anyway, and we're going to talk a little bit about the new 917s that came out from NSR. And hello, Leslie. No changes. I haven't. I decided not to do any changes. I did get some R2 curves that I was going to put back here, and I can't roll the camera. I'm sorry. I was going to put all back here in the sweeper, in the big section where it's actually not technically not a sweeper. These are corner pieces with a single straight and a half straight. Is that a half straight? Yes, and a half straight. But I did get some R2 curves, and I was thinking about changing this, the big curve out here, to actually a continuous radius 2 curve. But that might change the geometry of the track just slightly. And at the moment, I have it all set so there are no gaps anywhere. And I really don't want to change the track pieces because I don't want any gaps because it's a real pain in the butt. Yeah, so we're going to take the McLarens for a little bit of a drive. This is you can't, these bodies or this camera, new camera coming soon. This is the McLaren. Yes, Steve, I'll talk about that in a second. Thank you very much for asking. The new McLaren from NSR. These cars look really, really nice, and we'll do some laps with this guy. And I have one open here so we can talk a little bit about it. Yes, I do feel better. Thank you for asking, Steve. I had a virus, a stomach virus, and it took me out for a solid week. Unable to really eat and unable to do much of anything for a week. It was horrible. And yeah, so hello again to Fingers. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm feeling fine now, just a little bit tired still, but yeah, other than that, feeling perfect. Good news. So we'll take the McLarens around. We will. You like the white one? Thank you very much, Steve. Thanks for asking. The white one. So I got some decals from LEB, and this is the white McLaren. These are all 4 of the first releases of the car are just solid bodies. Now, technically, there was a release before this, right? We all know that. There was the release of the special bespoke edition, that like the one that Massimo got. You got to follow Massimo, MP Slot Space, on here on YouTube. Good guy. He got one of the special cars where you spec'd it all out, and NSR built you a car to your specs. Absolutely perfect idea. I don't know why someone's never thought of that before, but it's the way to go. You're charging a lot of money for these things, you better offer an option like that. At least once a year, offer an option like that. So here you go. These are the first McLarens from NSR. They look absolutely fantastic. You got 4 different colors here. You got yellow, which is my personal favorite. We all kind of have a racing color that we gravitate towards. And at my club, I gravitate towards yellow for my club colors. Belgian national colors also, I believe. and then you got white, you got red, and you got silver. Now I asked for the. She gave me a choice of the cars that I wanted. NSR, as you probably know, is the Canadian distributor for NSR. So she sends me samples of cars because I manage her social media. I manage her Facebook and her Instagram, and so she wants me to get pictures of the cars. Like I just updated her website or her Facebook page rather with pictures that I took of all four of the cars. The photos you see there are my cars. Ah, hitting the hard stuff. Fizzy water. Yes, I know. Water on the track. Everyone get triggered, please. Um, Yeah, so she sent me. I asked for sidewinders just because I happen to like sidewinders a little better than angle winders. Um, so these are sidewinder setup. Um, there's nothing new mechanically in the car that I can see anyway. Um, and out of the box says these cars can't happen to be perfectly set up for my track. There's absolutely no space under the chassis. It is hammered right down to the track, as low as you could ever want. Might be a little track drag. We'll hear in a little bit. Um, so I see. Oh, AG says I got my 720S yesterday. Unfortunately, the rear spoiler is broken in 3 places. So you know what you do is you contact the dealer that you bought it from, and they should make it right. Or you contact NSR, and they should make it right. You should start with the retailer that you bought it from, and they should be able to get you. They should be able to get you a wing. All of my wings on these cars, they're all fine. My cars all arrived intact, and that's the good thing about dealing with an actual dealer and not just like buying them from someone through Amazon or someone through eBay. I prefer to deal when I buy cars, which I do, of course, buy from a dealer. That way you get the support, so you can if you have a damaged car, you can get parts replaced. So Dewan says, hello, Dewan. Curious, has anyone heard about the Disca 24-hour Le Mans car race results? I have not. Um, yes, Leslie, absolutely. The wings are replaceable. I mean, these are hobbyist grade cars. Everything is replaceable. Everything is parts. Everything has parts on these cars. There is nothing you're not going to be able to buy from NSR or an NSR dealer that's on this car. So you'll be able to buy a body kit in white at some point soon, maybe not at this very second, but you will be able to buy all the parts on this car. Now, the parts may come in a bag like the wing. It looks like it's all one. Well, the wing, the uprights they're heat welded, really hard to see, but they're heat welded in place. So each of the upright pieces and then the cross piece, the actual air piece, the foil, are the wing itself are one piece. So there's 3 pieces to the wing. The wing is heat melted in place, welded in place, um, and as you can see, quite flexy. So this is what I did that video about. And then the mirrors have a little bit of flex to them too. And then there's this kind of side pod, which feels like it's the same kind of plastic. So what I assume, and then there's the little dive planes at the front that I assume is the same kind of plastic as well. So I assume at some point you're going to be able to get all of these parts from NSR, probably as external body pieces, and you'd be able to get a kit, that sort of thing. But everything should be available from NSR at some point because these are the first releases, maybe not at this exact moment. But like I said, if you contact NSR or the dealer you bought them from, you absolutely should be able to get replacement parts because you have every expectation of getting a non-damaged car when you buy a brand new car. So the interior on this car is kind of, I guess you'd say, Swiss cheesed out. Rather than there just being a big plate back here, a big empty nothing plate, There's space, or there's weight saved. There's holes in the plastic, and the plastic feels like it's very lightweight. The interior piece feels like it's very lightweight to begin with. So, they're really trying to save a lot of weight here by Swiss cheesing the back here, by giving the interior piece, they're cutting out all the pieces that they basically don't need and still have a really kind of solid looking interior from the top. You can't tell. There's no, it's not obvious. Let's just say that. So, yes, Old School says, I wish other manufacturers kept spares. Most manufacturers do, Old School. They just don't necessarily import them into the US. Scalextric and Carrera do make wings and wheels and tires that you can get if you're a dealer here in North America, but you have to go through a lot of hoops to get them, and you have to get them a minimum quantity for the order. So it's not cheap to do it, but it is possible. Certainly for Scalextric. For Carrera, that might be a little harder, or nearly impossible. But for Scalextric, it absolutely is possible, or was when I still worked there 2 years ago, not that long ago. You were able to get parts for the cars, but dealers had to order an entire order of them themselves, which some dealers are just not willing to do. So there you go. Glass, yes. Oh, well, so MR Old School says he wishes that, or he's trying to get parts for MR slot car. Well, I'd be shocked if Ernie didn't have glass pieces. If MR slot car didn't have glass pieces, I don't know what to tell you though. Hey, Travis, thank you for showing up, buddy. I really appreciate it. I know it's pretty early there. What is it? 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 20 after, something like that. I appreciate you showing up. So someone did bring this up in my video. They were really super rude about it, and I blocked them after calling them some names, because you don't need to be a jerk. You just don't. Flexible wings are not new. Duh. Wings, other companies, Ninco, for example, which is who he brought up, and I have some of them here. Fly Racing, I believe, had done some of this stuff. Look, there's not a lot that's necessarily. Hello, DC. Thanks for showing up. 620 exactly. Cheers. I know flexible parts are not new, but the commenter was being a dick about it, so he got banned. Sorry, I'm not going to tolerate people being a jerk to me on a channel that I'm doing here as a hobby, basically. It's not a new thing. I get that. The point is, they are doing it. You idiot. To the person that's probably not here because I banned him. So anyway, it's annoying that more companies don't do flexible parts. I totally agree. The problem with this kind of a plastic is you can't paint it easily. It's kind of waxy, and it's not going to take paint real well, and certainly not going to hold paint very well. So on a car like this, where you don't mind if the wing is black and the bits are black, right? Where it doesn't matter if you are doing an exact replica of a car with a wing that might have printing on it, or a paint color on it. So that's the point, right? That these can be this color because these are like club racing cars. These cars are to be used kind of as a basis for folks to race in a club scene. So it's not exactly like they're doing an exact replica of an exact McLaren. This is like, your basic McLaren that you might buy if you were a McLaren customer buying a 720S to race at a club or Le Mans series or whatever. So, that's the theme here, test car, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, yes, Leslie. Leslie asks, and we'll repeat this, can they take water slide decals? Yes, they can, because these bodies are painted. The bodies are each done in color, So this is a red body, but it's painted on top. So you get that nice, solid, um, solid look to the body, because not only is it a body in color, but then there's paint on top that adds like a depth to the body that just a body in color would not. Sean Casey asks, are they planning to do liveries? Absolutely, of course they are. So these are the first versions. I'm sure they're going to be doing a white body as well, a complete unbuilt kit that you have to build up yourself. And they will be doing, they're doing these colors to start with, and they're absolutely going to be doing decorated cars. Naturally, they will. So there you go. We're going to have the best of all worlds. You're going to be able to get all of the parts. What's that, Gareth? Oh, wait. What did somebody say? I think he means the wing. Oh, will the wing take a decal? The wing might not be able to take a decal. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I don't know that it's the paint definitely would. There's definitely a clear coat on top of this, which might make it a little difficult to get a decal to sit. You're definitely going to want to use like a solva set on top of this to get the decal to really stick on there. I would not just rely. I always use solva set, which is a I don't know exactly what it's like, something that really sucks the decal down and really gets it to stick on the surface. It's not a glue, but it's a solvent to get the decal really, it kind of melts the decal a little bit. It's really kind of scary when you first use it because it gets kind of crinkly looking, but it will flatten out and it'll really be stuck down to the model then. I don't know that you're going to be able to get a decal on these. To me, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, you definitely be able to get a sticker, pressure sticker on these, and I think that would be fine. I don't know about the wing though. Let's see them run. Yes, let's see them run. Okay, so the white car, I'm going to probably, and this is going to offend some Porsche people. So let's see who I can offend some Porsche. I'm a purist about stuff a lot of the time. I got some decals that LEB sent me. They sent me some Brumos decals. Ooh, Porsche decals. And I got a white McLaren here. Oh boy. Should I do it, folks? Should I do a Brumos McLaren? Okay. So what we'll do is make a little bit of noise with the chair there. Yes, Michael, they will probably do. Michael McKinney asks, I'm reading questions so people know. Michael McKinney asks, will they do unpainted? Absolutely. I expect they will. I don't know 10,000%, but I do know 10,000%. I'm sure they will. Okay. So this car has a button magnet in it. Here comes the button magnet being popped out, because do we erase magnets around here if we can help it? We do not. Does that mean magnets are evil? They are not. Does that mean I hate you if you erase magnets? I do not. Does it mean I just wanted to take the magnet out of the car? It does. There are two body screws on this car. They are self-tapping Phillips body screws. They fit one fore and one aft. The one in the front is just behind the guide. The one in the back is near the back of the body. Shock, I know. It's near the back of the body. And you can get this set to how you like. Let's get that set just a little bit tighter. Tightening the body down here. Sorry for my throat clearing. Part of the condition that I have, I think. It makes my muscles weaker. So we got power to the track. I have done nothing to this car. It is lubricated from the factory. I saw it's a little moist here and there. A little moist. How's everybody doing today watching me set some braids? So when you get a car, and you can see this here, you want to set the braids so they're, when they come, the braids are obviously flat to the guide. You want to set these. Now this car doesn't really need too much because this chassis is already super low to the track. So we really don't need to worry too much about the braid, but I did want to fluff these out a little bit and angle them down a little bit. So there. The braid, when it comes, you can see the difference in the braid. Can you? Sort of. It's definitely set a little bit better. No, not the white one. Yes, Brumos maybe for the white one. Leslie, there is a lot of float in this already. So the body has a little bit of float still, and then the pod still has some float that it came with, so to speak, right out of the box. So yes, Leslie, it is best to fan the braid out just a tiny little bit. And we got this guy nailed down there. This guy is on the track. The tires, oh baby, woohoo! Oh boy, oh man. This is 9 volts, like usual. This is a 25K short can motor that just went out. This car is crazy fast. Even stock, right out of the box. Stock out of whose box? Stock out of my box. Stock out of the NSR box. This car is super fast. Even at here, let's just make sure. Is this still at 9 volts? Good God. It is still at 9 volts. This car is definitely, it's nice and quiet. This has done nothing to this car except fluff the braid, check that it's a little bit greased. There's definitely some grease there right out of the box. This car loves this track. Holy crap. Oh, baby. Yes. More. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Eating the track up. Even with the crappy controller, I shouldn't say crappy controller. Even with the standard controller, still. And 9 volts, folks. 9 volts in a 25,000 RPM motor. And I'm barely able to get this car wound out on the straightaway, even at 9 volts. Why do I need more power? I don't need more power. If you need more power, you got problems, brother. There's all kinds of power here that I can't even use. This is a really, really nice car. Good night, Irene. I've done nothing to this, by the way. Like I said, slot cars are fun. You damn right they are. This car, this just got the stock rubber tires. It's got the Shark 25K. There's just a little tiny bit of float. There's a fair... Okay, hold on. DCOR. Why do you use the detonator? Is it to demonstrate? Oh, is it to demonstrate that what folks are just starting out can expect? Oh, the thumb controller? Just because that's the only thing I have at the moment. Hooked up to the track. I do have an aftermarket power supply that I'm going to hook up. I have a wiring loom that I'm going to hook up that Slot Car Corner gave to me, and so I'm going to have a adjustable regulated power supply for the track, regulated filtered power supply for the track with all the amperage you could ever want and all the voltage you could ever want. I have a standard power supply on this. I don't need more power, and the controller is good enough. It's just no problem, DC. DC, I've done, yeah, I think you might be new here, which is cool. I appreciate it. I have tons of more expensive controllers. I'm kind of against people buying expensive controllers. No, I shouldn't say that. If you want to buy an expensive controller, you buy an expensive controller, brother. I don't like the idea of people assuming that they should buy an expensive controller especially if they're new to the hobby, that really bothers me, because you should be able to have fun with the track as it comes. So I've done nothing to this track as far as extra wiring. I'm using the stock power supply. I'm using a stock controller. And as you say, DC, yes, this is what people would expect if they get a Polycar track, which is what I have here. This is a Polycar track. This is a standard controller. It's a cheap controller that they put in the set. It's good enough for what I need, which is, essentially nothing to have it on the right. Nope, I have the wrong one plugged, wrong lane plugged in. There we go. And as you see, I got all the power I need. I keep going off over there naturally. That's a corner I got to do something about. This, because I don't like walking over here all the freaking time. So drive better, Dave, you say, which is what you should say, because I should drive better, but I'm not a good driver. Anyway, so this brings up another point. And people ask me, well, why don't you do time testing? I will, but at the moment, I don't have what I feel like is the finished, the completely finished track, meaning, excuse me, I don't have the power supply that I want yet. I don't have the wiring to the track that I want yet. So I don't want to lay down like benchmark times and things like that. I haven't gotten there yet. This has been a process for me. Building a track at home. Normally I had been racing with my friends at my club, and I would normally race on big wood tracks. I have a wood track here as well. A small wood track that's just out of camera. It's kind of behind me, that I will be showing at some point. But so I think it's important that people understand when they're just getting into the hobby. I have an NSR car here. I take it out of the box, make sure it's got a little bit, the oil and stuff in it so the car can run, fluff the braid a little bit, put it on the track, and just go, right? Expensive controllers, as somebody said, I mean, that's not for everybody, right? And it doesn't need to be. That's the point. There's too much in the hobby where, and it's the hobbyists to do this, and I've been as much to blame as other people about this as well. My mic's still on there? Yes. I'd be coming off just a tiny little bit. So I don't like the idea of someone new to the hobby assuming that they just bought a set, they just bought a couple cars, they want to play with their kid, they want to have a good time, they just want to goof and be not super serious about it. I don't like the idea that they're immediately told that they have to change something very, very expensive and get, there's the sky's the limit with controllers. I've had DeFalco, I've had Third Eye. The last Third Eye controller I have, I think, was $450 controller, something crazy like that. I use a DS controller now when I race at my club, a cheap PM model DS controller that's just got a sensitivity and a brake adjust. We've talked about controllers here on the channel quite a bit. I'm not against aftermarket controllers. I'm very, very, very against people new to the hobby feeling like they have to buy an expensive controller immediately after getting into the hobby to be competitive. And also, I just don't have my timing system set up yet, and I don't have my wiring set up yet, so I don't have better aftermarket controllers on there. Anyway, we're going to talk about controllers a lot later, or a lot at a different time, not today. So let's go through some questions here. DC, no problem, DC. I appreciate that. Christian says not every expensive controller is good. I agree, Christian. That's fantastic. Grace and Discovery says, does A wireless aftermarket controller exists? Absolutely. You can get wireless aftermarket controllers. Slot it, make them. The SCP controller can be made wireless. I've raced the SCP. It was a prototype of the SCP-3 controller. I've raced it wirelessly. Works really well. As a couple people have said here, Stephen said about Carrera. Absolutely, you can replace Carrera controllers with aftermarket controllers. There's a lot of things you can do. My point is, don't feel like if you're new to the hobby, do not feel like you must do anything other than just play with your toys. Okay, that's the most important thing. Ignatz Brick says, I have my track set. He has his track set at 12 volts. Enjoy. That's what you like. Go with it. Fine. Have fun. Sean says he likes his $40 professor motor controllers are a good step up from standard. Yes, they are, absolutely. I wish there was more effort put into kind of that beginner market for controllers, because a controller is really where you drive the car, right? It's where there's a lot of value put into a set, put into the experience. It's your interface with the track. So that's really kind of one of the most important things, and I really feel like it's overlooked. There's a gap. There's like some cheaper controllers, but you kind of have to know where to find them. And there's like basic starter controllers. There's some cheaper controllers, like less than $100 is cheaper. What I'm talking about. And then there's the over $100 controller, which go up to whatever. And it feels like there's um, a lot of emphasis put on the higher end stuff, which I really don't like, because that really becomes an arms race, and it's just unfortunate when people feel like. Anyway, I've mentioned it several times now. Okay, so I'm gonna take a drink here because I'm getting a little out of my throat's getting a little dry. Anyway, so to wrap this up slightly, not really though, these are winners. This car just popped the magnet out, the little button magnet. I didn't even do any tuning. The tires stick really well. This is a best case scenario for me, folks. Out of the box, on the track, zoom, zoom, lots of fun. Car goes like hell. Love it. Absolutely love it. We got some new Porsches that showed up also from LEB. These are the Gulf. Don't get mad. I'm not getting mad, brother. The new Gulf 917Ks that just showed up. I think these are Sebring cars, or sorry, Brands Hatch. Is this one of Brands Hatch as well? Both Brands Hatch. Number 9, number 10. Brand new as well. Going to be taking some photos of these for LEB's Facebook page. Thank you very much for LEB for sending me these cars. Both of these cars are Sidewinders as well. These cars are mechanically going to be identical to, this is the first version of the I think it was the first painted version of the 917 that they made years ago. I've raced this at my club a ton. We have like a GT Le Mans class, 1970 Le Mans ish, and I raced this car at my club a bunch. Haven't even tried this car on my track, so we'll see here. It's got rubber tires, and yep, this has got a Shark 20K in it, not the 25K. And this car's had thousands of laps on it, and it comes off naturally. But these 917s, if you haven't gotten a NSR 917, you need to treat yourself. And the fact that these two new Porsches are out, the two new Golf cars are out, you get the chance to treat yourself. These are great for your classics class at your club. These 917s are really solid performing cars, and you just can't go wrong with either of these cars. Any of the NSR stuff. This is the point. Another point I was going to make. Any of the NSR stuff, right, is going to make a good, solid basis for you to take that step beyond just the Skeletric and the Carrera stuff to start with, which is fine. I mean, those are beginner kinds of cars. They're cars that, you know, everybody can enjoy, everybody can drive, and they're good, solid cars to start with. So, it's my dad. Hey, Dad. Ira Kennedy, king of slots. No, Dad, I'm not. I'm not the. I am the court jester. The I don't know. Insert short man joke here. What are we gonna do? We're doing a what's in the box. Love you, Dad. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. My dad is an artist in Central Texas. He was a contemporary of Andy Warhol. He had a show with Andy Warhol in the three-man show. He and another artist had a Hello Canyon, had a three-man show that my dad was part of with Andy Warhol. IraKennedy.com, I think, is his website. He does all kinds of amazing art. He is an amazing artist. And as I said, lives in Central Texas. God's country. Yes, my dad is the coolest. He is a hippie cowboy. Lives in the hill country in Central Texas. Cars from LEB. Thank you so much to LEB. Dad in the house. You bet he is. Oh boy, what do we got here? We have the new Polycar. I got to get my Polycar stuff from LEB these days. That's fine. LEB treats me very well. So this is the new... Yeah, Sean, yeah. My dad is an amazing artist. This is the new Polycar. This car is shipped straight from Italy to dealers that buy them in the US. These cars come with an extra set of aluminum wheels underneath, or a set of aluminum wheels, I should say, underneath, because they come with plastic wheels in the back. So the problem with the Ferrari license is that now Skeletric USA, who is the distributor for Polycar and Slotted, Polycar and Slotted are the same company as we know, Skeletric USA will not import unlicensed Ferrari cars into the US. So Polycar Slotted are now selling to dealers in the US. They're selling directly. So for certain cars, dealers in the US have to buy directly from Polycar and Slotted. This was the second Ferrari that they had to do that with. So this is the most recent release of the 412. It is an absolutely staggering car, of course. It is beautiful, beautiful design. Uh-oh, BBC. No, sorry. Sorry, I get distracted. I turn my phone upside down here so I don't look. This car was this is the Le Mans car from 1967. Beautiful, beautiful car. I absolutely love that Polycar Slotted is doing this car. I'm so happy to have more classic, more classic. These are sports prototype cars. They're not technically a GT car. It's technically what at Le Mans they had called sports prototype classes. So here you go. This is the latest release. This is the third release that Polycar and Slotted have done. This car's stuck down as well. You can see it's just to make sure that it doesn't come off the base. Yeah, it's a beautiful. um, did it beat the GT40? I don't know if this car in real life beat the GT40. The GT40 didn't do well until when? That was 69 when they won. Yeah, when they won the 1, 2, 3. They didn't do well until the GT40 didn't do well until Shelby really developed the car thoroughly. Um, and then the oh sorry 60. Oh, geez, what am I saying 66? So yeah, exactly. This is why you don't do these things live, folks. You get brain cramps trying to do 10 different things at once. So these cars had a long racing history, or a racing history that was over a few years. There was a number of these cars that were campaigned. So this is, your basic kind of iconic car. Yes, the old racer ones, Ignatz Brick says the old racer ones are crazy expensive. I agree. These cars are also slightly more to scale, and I think, frankly, just as nice a model. Absolutely beautiful. 66 through 69. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate it. Before everyone goes crazy, oh my God, Dave doesn't know what he's talking about. Everybody, you'd be surprised the number of people jumping all over me when I get something wrong. I do misspeak quite a bit. It's not exactly easy to do this on camera in front of a bunch of people. You're trying to think of what to say next when you're trying to think of what to say to begin with. Ha! Throw that on the floor. Here we got the latest sideways. I guess this would be a Group 4 car. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Escort Mark II RS Turbo, 1978 DRM from the Norris Ring. Hey, where's the driver? He's way down in there. What the heck is going on? He's barely looking over the side of the car. What the heck? Is the interior falling down? No. Is the interior loose? No. Is it? No. The guy's just way low in there. What the heck? Sideways Escort is awesome. Set mine up and race it today. AG says, very cool, AG. Very cool. This is a beautiful little car. Absolutely beautiful. It's the first time I'm seeing no, I'm lying. I did get one of the Escorts before. Shh. Don't tell anybody. It's it's a small guy. Yeah, hey, I resemble that remark. I'm only like 5'4". Downhill with a tailwind, I'm 5'4". Anyway, beautiful little car. Love my big fender cars. What does this come with extra? Ooh, look. Wheels go on the bottom. Exactly. Thank you for reminding me, Leslie. I appreciate it. So we got the little package with the wing in here to protect the wing. Everybody likes when your wing gets protected in the packaging. Super. We love that. Yes, good job, Sideways. Everybody, by the way, should be putting, don't break it, should be putting a clamshell like this in their car to protect the car during packaging, during travel, during shipping. I will be doing something with this car. I will be doing something, obviously, with the Polycar car. You're going to be able to see these, on the LEB page. And the Polycar, I will be taking pictures. Look for it on the Polycar and Slot It Instagram, which I manage for them, as well as the Slot It, or I'll put that on the Polycar page on their Facebook page, because I'm a admin there, or a moderator there, not an admin there, and I do a lot of posting there for them as what I do for them. Did this come with a sleeve? It did not, I don't think. Anyway, so that's the what's in the box. Yes, I'm sitting on milk crate. No, I'm sitting on a little stool. Anyway, folks. So to wrap up, we have the driver. The driver is sitting on a little. Yes, the driver. Some Jersey Mike says is sitting on a little stool. I agree. He's way down in there. He needs a stool. This is the sideways Escort Mark II. This thing, this guy, what is this? SW 29. This is a beautiful little model. They got to get their driver so he's not like he can barely see over the side of the car. So low in there. That's hilarious. That's very cool. These NSRs, this is just, I got to get me a little more NSR action here, shall we? Oh, yes. That is the stuff. If you're looking for an NSR, boy, do I have an NSR for you. These McLarens, right out of the box, sticks like glue without a magnet on my track. Gotta love high grip track, don't you? These cars are a winner. I could drive this all day. Absolutely fantastic. Jeez, you gotta love this. You gotta love good quality cars. Can we hear it? Uh-oh, did my sound go out? So quiet. It is quiet. It's super quiet. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll get right down next to it. How about this? Squatting down. Oh, listen. I get close. Quiet. It just went off. Area 51 says pure sex. It's a quiet sucker. These cars, it is so smooth. It's like glass. It's like butter. It's like purified butter. So quiet. Didn't want to ask you to stop. Yeah, I know, right? So anyway, hey Travis, thanks for sticking around, Travis. I know it's super early. Absolutely very quiet, very smooth, absolutely worth the money. Great place to start if you're looking for an NSR. I mean, any of the hobbyist stuff. And I was going to make this point a little earlier. Travis, being the man that he is, Travis does lap timing. Although he's working on a cool new layout. You got to follow that slot car guy, that slot car guy, that slot car guy. Follow that slot car guy here on YouTube, please. If you don't, you're breaking the law. Insert Judas Priest song here. Absolutely need to be following Travis. He does a better job with his lap timing than I do. I was thinking about this earlier today about lap timing. I don't do lap timing yet. I will when I get my track done more. Hey, Marty, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. So the idea of when you get a new car, well, let's do some lap times, that sort of thing. In a review, I don't know how much I'm not saying it doesn't have value, but how fast I can drive a car on my track doesn't really have much relationship to what you might find fast, right? It's all about relative speed. So, yes, these NSRs are fast. Yes, they will be competitive if you want to race them at a club. Yes, they are going to be good value for you. And that's really what people look for when they're looking for a reviewer, right? The reviewer is going to show you the basics of the car. They're going to show you what motor configuration. They're going to show you, what the RPM of the motor is, what the little details of the car are. And basically, why do you watch a review? In essence, you're watching a review to figure out if the car is going to be right for you, if there's something new in the car, if there's going to be something, good quality in the car. Someone's texting me. Okay. Anyway. And you're basically looking to that reviewer to give you as much information as possible about whether the car is going to be a good quality. So if I tell you that a car is, fast on my track, You might have a different way to tune things. It might be faster on your track. It might be slower on your track. So if this car is going to be faster than another car, I don't know that that has really much value for me to tell you. What you need to know is, like a lot of the quality stuff, is it good quality? Does it have anything different on it as far as mechanical setup? Does it look like there might be any problems? Does it look like if it's a good model? Show you some different aspects of it. So the main job of a reviewer, I feel, is to show folks, if they want to, what if the car is going to be good value for money. And that really is what the most value I can bring, is to show folks if something is going to be good value for money. Yes, these cars, like any NSR, are worth it. They're all good places to start if you want to get into the kind of the world of NSR stuff. Slotted is its own kind of parts ecosphere, where the slotted parts are obviously best used on slotted cars. The NSR stuff is best used on NSR. So all of this stuff is all good quality stuff, right? Yes, it's a little more money, but now that Skelectric and Carrera have raised their prices, so when this Corvette C8R comes out from Skelectric, this is the Skelectric car. I've had it for months now. I've had it since last year. When this car is released, it's going to be about $65. You want to know, is it going to be worth the money, basically? It's not really valuable for you, from me, to be saying, oh, this car is faster than this one, or that sort of thing. Is it, is the quality there? Is it worth it? Any of these NSRs are worth it. Any of the sideways cars are worth it. Any of the slotted cars, clearly, or Polycar, it's the same company, are worth it. They're all good quality. Frankly, everyone's cars are worth it. And that's the truth. Everyone's going to have a different way they like to set stuff up. And I don't like to tell people, okay, well, speed doesn't really matter. It's if the car is decent quality or not. Thank you very much to everybody here. I really appreciate it. Please give the stream a thumbs up if you've liked it. If you want to, Revo slot, absolutely, as someone mentions here. Absolutely worth it. They're all worth it. They're all good quality. Just you need to have different expectations for each car, right? And each company does something a little different than the others. So that's why trying to mix and match is a little bit of a problem, because each company is different. You can't say, oh, one is better than the other. They're just different, folks. Please give the stream a thumbs up. It really helps. If you want to donate, I'm going to be getting some new camera gear here pretty soon. A number of people have donated. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The new camera and the new setup, I'm going to be getting, well, stuff that you're not going to be able to see, but going to make it a lot easier for me to stream and a lot easier for me to do videos. I'm going to be getting another monitor so I can actually see things. If you want to make a donation, you can do so, and I've already posted it here, but I'll post it again. Self-promotion. You can tip, which is basically just a tipping service. It's a $5 tip. If you want to tip, tips are very much appreciated, not expected. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much, folks. It means so much to me to be healthy again and to be able to do the streams. I can't believe still that all these people stop by. You folks stop by and say hi and chat and watch me talk about toy cars for an hour each week. Means a lot. See you all again soon. Thanks.